Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for episode 2 of Painkiller, the Let's Play. I'm your host, Tenebre, as always. Today we're playing level 2 of chapter 1. See, you notice how I said earlier that the game certainly chooses between a wide variety of locales? It doesn't become prevalent in the first chapter of the game because they all seem to be themed around the Quake engine, to be honest. Brown Castle, Grey Castle, the other Brown Castle. But when you get later into the game, it really becomes apparent that they wanted to create interesting areas without the need for continuity between several of them. So for the first sort of parts of the game, it's kind of enclosed areas, but Chapter 2 is where the game really picks up, and given that the game, like you saw, the first chapter was literally just 11 minutes of play, so it really does not take much to get through the game, so it's not like you have to worry about, oh, I'm going to have to slog through a massive pile of game that I'm uninterested in. It's more along the lines of, alright, 10 minutes of just shooting dudes. Sweet. Anyway, to the actual gameplay part of the game. Each chapter starts introducing new enemies. You have people like this, these rogue monks that explode chunkily, like every enemy in the game. They're all sort of themed. They start adding up as the chapters go on, and then the final chapter is the boss fight. Every chapter ends in one. You know, your typical progression fare. Yeah, in addition to the fact that the game doesn't particularly worry about you seeing the enemies spawn in. And Painkiller. Also, something I forgot to mention is that you can also shoot the Painkiller, blades and all. Delicious. So how are you doing, viewers? I care about you, regardless of my comments. I do this for you. I murder hundreds of people for you. Ow. Hell, I even take an axe to the face for you. That is something I find funny about these enemies. Apparently they're like bees, because the moment their axe leaves their hands, they lose all meaning in life and die. Perhaps they grow some man and whatever actually the things are. I'm not quite sure they are human. They grow a bond so deep that they cannot bear to live without them, which really puzzles the question why they even bother to throw them. As you can see, the encounters in this game aren't really based around the difficulty of the level in general, more along the lines of the difficulty of each individual encounter, as running through the checkpoints gives you, oh, this a-hole that poisons you when he throws his scythe. He is not attached to his weapon like these guys are. As I was saying, the encounters are based upon the difficulty of each individual encounter over the course of rather than the level, because each checkpoint heals you fully. It really doesn't matter. Well, of course ammo is an issue, but it only becomes an issue with the larger weapons as opposed to the shotgun or the Painkiller, which blades don't really count as ammunition. Unless, I don't know, you get a bow gun of some sort. That's too close, my friend. Saints Row Cloud Control has really taught me that the best way to deal with incoming posses is just to beat them with bats, or throw them into jet turbines. Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just play Saints Row 2. It's a game that's also worth playing. Very different vein of entertainment than this is. Same sort of instant gratification sort of game, though. Might be Let's playing it co-op with someone. Eventually. Oh, and we got Hell Mode. Which, in my opinion, they didn't really need to add this filter to it. It kind of makes it hard to see in the more busy levels. Oh! I don't know why a monastery would be exactly filled with exploding barrels, but I suppose that we can't begrudge them for their choice of religion. That's what America's based on, after all. I would go to Explosion Church, however, to worship the god of explosion. Ow! The preachers are kind of pushy, however. They hit you with axes if you don't show up for sermon. I do like his choice in footwear, however. Some nice clogs. Not very intimidating when you realize the villains in this level are wearing Uggs. Although maybe that really adds something to it, to be honest. Whoop! Can't hit me. And besides, you're dead. Oh, these guys. Also poisoning, but in a different way. They'll slow you if you run in their fog. It does certainly feel good to be able to realize that I am the Ubermensch. I can blow through all of these people with my massive shotgun phallus. Where the heck did you think he was holding it? On his hand? No. Gun this big, you need real man girth. Man grit, if you will. Oh, nope, there you see it. I'm now horribly slowed. Doesn't last terribly long though. Oh. I was actually somewhat tempted, viewers, to add the console command that makes the body stay, but in this level in particular, it would just be wading across a sea of dead people. And not in the cool death metal-y album art kind. It would be the kind in which I'm tripping over a pile of dead bodies, and it looks rather silly. The coins, I actually haven't mentioned. The coins are important because they allow you to buy what are known as tarot cards. I don't use them primarily because some of the requirements to getting them are ludicrously difficult. In some levels, like for example, there's levels where you only are allowed to use the Painkiller, you're only allowed to gain a certain amount of souls, actually, that's some of them, or you have to gain every soul. So they become, it's more along the lines of a bone being thrown out there for the completionist. The coins are for purchasing them after you've unlocked them, which seems kind of redundant to me, but what can you do? It's not something I use. Around the point where you start running out of shotgun ammo is when you need to be worried. Oh, yep. Piss off. Okay. And that's it for level 2 of chapter 1 of Painkiller. I'll see you folks next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you didn't. Continue on with your life if you don't feel like doing either of those things. Good day, viewers. If I can get up there. Thank you.